So, Lord of the Rings, it was literary genius. Years to craft. Tolkien himself created an entire language. And now we're resorting to the Lord of the Rings actresses being activists. Their characters are activists, which is very bottom tier, low rung, sort of nonsense way of looking at the source material. It's a really simplistic way to, I guess look at it. Oh, it's an allegory for activism. It's just no. And then also this same actress, Nazanin Boniadi, who said her character's an activist, has also credited Prime Video writers for giving female characters agency, as if Tolkien didn't anyway. Tolkien had amazing female characters. Genuinely amazing female characters who went against the grain and were some of the tipping point of the war. The war for the ring. I mean, good God. But no, Prime Video writers have given female characters agency, unlike Tolkien, apparently. I mean, this is just looking more and more like a massive steaming pile of excrement. And loads of people, when the Comic-Con trailer came out, they were like, "Ha! I bet you're going to eat your words now, Mr. H." No, that looked bad as well. I just couldn't react to it because Amazon Prime blocks those bloody things. So, oh God. Actress Nazanin Boniadi, who plays Bronwyn in The Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power, recently described her character as an activist, whilst also crediting the Prime Video writers of the show for giving female characters agency. What? How is she an activist? Again, it's really bottom tier adaptation. That is. Oh, she's an activist. Why? Because she goes against the grain. No, it's not what she is. So Boniadi appeared at San Diego Comic-Con at the end of July, where she talked to the media and specifically praised the writers of the show for giving the female characters agency, as if they didn't already. Boniadi said, "What I love about the writers on the show is that they've given every woman on the show, every female character, such agency. We don't serve the men around us. We have a storyline and our own right." Right, okay. Not every female character in the world needs to have their own sort of, narrative. Not every male character needs to have their own narrative. I mean, Tolkien did a great job anyway. Most characters had a purpose. There are obviously superfluous characters floating around and things, but for the most part, they were great. And we don't serve the men around us. I mean, that was basically what Tolkien did anyway. But they also did, you can still serve alongside or with men under your own agency, with the belief and the sort of predicated intent for a higher cause. But these people are so intent on being like, no, we're not like that. My feminism, I guess, my misandry. So the actress also stated at SDCC, for Bronwyn, she's a healer, but she taps into inner lioness, and I, as an activist, as a long-time human rights activist from my homeland, Iran, I tapped into what I believe women are doing for my homeland, and playing with character in sort of liberating and redeeming the Southlanders, who back, in her ancestors' days, chose evil over good. What? Doesn't make any sense. So YouTuber Disparu reacted to these comments, specifically a claim about a character having agency, because that never happened before in any TV series ever for decades. I mean, this is the thing, women have had so much agency in series. It's fascinating why these people seem to just have the worst memory. There are such amazing, strong female characters out there, And whenever writers, because these writers are clearly just straight out of uni, you know, college, school, whatever, they've just come out and gone, right, I literally have no knowledge of any film history ever. We're doing the first thing ever. So you don't do the first thing, you tit. You are not breaking records here. But everyone seems to have a real bad memory and they just let it slide. Boniadi provided more details about character and even described the character as an activist in an interview with Showbiz Junkies. So she said, I think that what I can tell you is that she's a healer. She's from the Southlands. Her ancestors chose evil over good, and they're being forced to redeem themselves and prove themselves that they can be trusted. And her journey, that journey for her, comes through finding her inner lioness in strength and resilience. And also, she's a single mother of a rebellious teenage son in a forbidden romance with an elf. So lots going on for this character. Sure. Well, she's got that sort of... She's in that trio, isn't she? Her son, played by Tyro, and Ishmael Cordova plays a love interest. We're in this forbidden romance together. So that's the trio that my world really is in. I call Bronwyn the fantastical version of myself because she's an activist. I'm an activist. She's a healer. I was preemed. We have so much in common. So yeah, I mean, you don't have anything in common with this fictional character. And if you do, then the writers have got serious problems. I'm an activist. She's an activist. We're all activists, apparently. What an absolute steaming pile of poop this has become, eh? What a shame. This is the most expensive series ever made, and it's quite literally as if the writers are just taking a dump on the page and writing in their own feces. What a pile of nonsense. And everything that keeps coming out surrounding this is just more nonsense. It's just nonsense after nonsense after nonsense. This is going to be such a bomb, and I cannot wait to watch it and see how truly terrible it actually is. Also, ladies and gentlemen, consider checking out my Teespring store. Supporting the channel via this way does go a long way. But also, not only that, you do get to wear some awesome merch. These are one-of-a-kind designs designed for me by my graphic designer. We, of course, have our Clown World line, which is in mugs, hoodies, t-shirts. We've got Space Jeebus. And then for something a little bit different, we, of course, have right down at the bottom right here, we have our Pulsar GTIR. Also, ladies and gentlemen, consider checking out and supporting my second channel, which is Car Nonsense. This is a vlog and car channel. You can find links to this in the description box, along with my Teespring. Please do consider supporting.